I remember 6 months ago, I was an anxious person. I always have this elevated heart rate in most of the situation. Sometimes it's not that bad. It's not the worst situation. It's only me in the meeting or when I was about to introduce myself. The heart beating so fast. I simply don't know why at that time. But and because I've changed now, I can share a bit why do I feel that way and what is happening during that time. So the thing that happened at the time is because I am addicted actually to that feeling. I've never realized it before, but it's actually true because when we are in that state, that is what we call flight or fight state. This is actually a blessing from the mother nature for us to survive in this world. It, but it makes sense if you're living during a hunter-gatherer era. For example, when you were chased by a lion, it's good to trigger that response so that you can run away from that predator. And then you will always thinking about these three things. These three things are the first one is your body. You have this surge of adrenaline. You really pay attention to your body so you can get away from this predator. The second one is time. You're thinking about how long does it take for me to reach the nearest cave to hide from this predator. And the third one is your environment. You always pay attention, right, to environment, what's happening. That's why this is all the three big things. And it will makes you stay in this state of arousal, which is in the high beta vibration. And when you're in this aroused state, but if you're living back then, it's only temporary thing, and it will slow down, and you will back to homeostasis, your balance once it is safe. But that's not happening in this our time now. We're so anxious. We have like social media. Everything is a combination of different things that makes us always be in this state for prolonged of time, which is unhealthy for us. For example, you commute, you're always angry at this traffic jam. That's one thing that you do that makes you stay there. And for example, if you have a negative colleague that you always have a negative reaction every time you meet her or him, there's also prolong the state of flight and flight or fight state, or what we call survival state. And that's a dangerous thing to do. And I've noticed that actually I'm addicted to this feeling. It's hard to admit it, but when you admit it, you you honest with yourself, you can let it go and becoming a new person. You have to let go. You cannot be a new person where you're still having that addiction to that negative emotion that can always dragging you down. And that's what I've been leaving it behind. And that thing is, when you understand it, you are addicted to it, but it's not gonna help you. Then you have to let it go. So what I do to let it go of this fight or flight situation is now I'm focused more on energy because we are 99.999% energy and 0.0002% is material. So instead, you're focusing yourself too much on